What are some of the things that made an impression on you, you agree with?
Relaxation areas are like bigger than their authority spaces. I think he said that somewhere. We're more at ease with ourselves, I think, compared to those before the 90s.
We really like to express ourselves, right? Especially, and I feel like in part that's also due to the rise of like technology and social media. And on social media, you know, we're like constantly 24/7 expressing ourselves, you know, like posting about where we're at, you know, what we did today. Not only through social media, but like we wish to express ourselves through like the space around us. And I think that's what my dad brings to office design. Like he helps 90s kids express themselves better in office space. Tiffany, I'm 18 years old and I'm a university student at University of the Arts London.
And I'm Claire, I'm 20 years old and I'm in the same university.
You go through hardship first before you can enjoy life. Okay, but it seems like the thing is opposite. It's like totally reversed now. Do you agree?
We take the highs with the lows. Like we're not always focused on, oh, we have to struggle and then that's only after the struggle we can enjoy the good parts. For me, when I'm studying, I don't think like, okay, I have to finish studying and then only after that I can like hang out with my friends and do the things I actually like. It's rather like, okay, like I know I can study and then hang out with my friends and I won't feel stressed when I'm hanging out with them because I know like I've got the self-control to finish that studying part.
Me personally, I don't like to do that because like if I'm playing video games, I don't want this tiny little voice in the back of my head going like, hey, you still got like this unfinished essay or something. So I like to do my stuff first and then I can really focus on like playing video games.
What kind of things has been most difficult to communicate with your daughter? And how did you overcome those problems together?
We're very grateful that our dad is easy to talk to. And he's like reasonable. So that's one of the reasons why it's easy to communicate with him.
In the same position as Claire, I guess. Like it's always been easy to communicate with my dad about like what we want and what he wants. And because he's so willing to compromise for us, we're more willing to compromise for him.
Within the range of reasonable, or if it's like incredibly unreasonable, if it's something unreasonable and I ask for it and he says no, then I'll know like it's unreasonable and I shouldn't bother asking again. Both my parents have been more relaxed about like us going out or staying out later. So our curfew basically is like, as we grow up, it's like pushed farther back. And that's one of the things that's easy for us to
But like we still had to negotiate for that curfew.
Yeah.
Like they didn't just let us have it. No, we had to like communicate with them.
Yeah.
We had to negotiate. We had to make our own points. For example, like in 7th grade, our curfew was like 9 p.m. And that's actually like pretty early. Like compared to now, like I can come home at like 2 a.m. Like we're all grown up and on top of that, Taiwan's like actually a really safe country.
Yes.
Like even if we were just to go out alone, the odds of us getting like harmed or attacked are like super low. And I feel like they're reasonable enough to understand that, and they understand that we've also grown up in the process of like 9th grade to 12th grade to now college, and it's nice that they understand that and they don't view us as like middle schoolers anymore.
Now, what exactly is in your mind when it comes to design?
I feel like how design is different like then compared to now. It's not just about design anymore. Like before it was like, okay, you design a logo, it's just a logo. But right now you have to think about how that logo fits onto their company's website and how you would perhaps like animate that logo to pop up when you visit their website. So it's not just about pure traditional design, it's also about how design merges with technology and how the two can actually work together to create something that's more than design, I guess. Like how in my dad's book it says like he uses design as a way to make 90s generation feel more comfortable about their surroundings, and like it can help them with their like work productivity and stuff. Like that's just not about design anymore, it's about design and lifestyle. So I feel like right now in terms of design technology, it's much more than it used to be, I guess. Yeah, that's how I feel about design.
For our generation, maybe for some people, like if they're designing something, our generation has more of a tendency to add their own characteristic traits into whatever they're designing. Whereas before, they would just do whatever their client asked them to. But right now, I feel like artists they add their own sort of background into it. They give it a little bit of their own experience.
Do you guys like most about your dad?
Another aspect I really admire about him, I guess, is open-mindedness. I mean, this is connected to compromise and communication and whatever. Like when we were young, we would ask questions about the world, like, oh, why is the sky blue? Why is the ocean blue? Why is the grass green? One time we were on a train, right? And then we were looking out the window and there were all these telephone poles. And we asked him like, hey dad, like, why are all these telephone poles out there? Because like we didn't really have that concept of like telephone lines. Yeah. So we asked him that. And then he told us, oh, those are the toothpicks of giants. Like he told us like they used those toothpicks and then they stuck it in the ground and that's why they're telephone poles. And we thought like, yo, that's super cool, you know? So then every time now when I see a telephone pole, like I actually think about that. There are also many other instances of like where we would ask this really normal question and we'd get this bizarre answer back. It helped us a lot, like ourselves developing our own creativity and open-mindedness.
One of the things is his patience. I know growing up, this probably goes the same for like all teenagers growing up, but like when you reach that like age of like 14, when you're turning into a preteen, going to a teenager phase, that's when, you know, kids start to be really difficult to deal with. Yeah. I feel like my dad was very patient, like compared to how we were when we were preteens. He was very patient when dealing with us, and I'm very thankful for that.
And David, what do you appreciate most about your daughters?
Any advice for your daughters and for the Z generation?
Yeah, I would like to say, just go chasing your dream, to fulfill your dream. Because the world is yours. Be yourself. To do the things you have passion for. Not only happy is short, but passion makes you longer. It's easier.
Young people talents.
Just respect them, listen to them, fulfill their dreams, and help them to fulfill their dreams.